It's time for self-sufficiency. And whether it is the best of times or the worst of times, it's the only time we've got. Art Buchwald. The truth is we need change. And now is the time to make it happen. The election of Donald Trump to the office of president should send not only shockwaves, but chills up and down our spine, and raise red flags everywhere. The choices for key cabinet positions of inexperienced and unqualified persons, even billionaires, ought to let us know of a bold agenda to turn back the clock. Gas prices have already begun to soar, and the residual effect that will have on our finances are not close behind, as the cost of living will be driven up with the increase in prices for the products we use every day. As a result, a lot of the gains we have made in the last 8 years are threatened. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, as we have not seen anything to date that will compare with the horrors of this administration now that he has set foot in the Oval Office. On top of all of this, perhaps the most frightening thing is the very real possibility that Trump is preparing for war. He will use ISIS as an excuse for this war, like Bush used weapons of mass destruction as an excuse for the Iraq war. The real reason for the war will be the billions of dollars of military contracts for those who own the military support industries. To fight this war, he will start another draft. And this time, not only our sons, but also our daughters will be drafted. However, their children and grandchildren will not be going to war. The problem is we are at the mercy of this anti-poor and anti-people administration. Because we remain dependent on our government for survival. In other words, as long as our existence is dependent upon Social Security, disability, and welfare disbursements, and as long as we are dependent on food stamps, medical assistance, and Medicare, we will be at his mercy. If we continue to depend on the system to educate our children, they will continue to be shortchanged and deprived of resources and opportunities to learn both in and outside of the classroom.